Hello! Today we're going to be speaking about French presses. Now you may be thinking, what the hell's a French press? And I've got a great answer for you. It's simply an alternative way to make coffee or tea easier, rather than if you don't have a coffee machine, or if you are living in a dorm like me, where you're not allowed to have them unless it's something else, but we don't speak of that evil because it's not good. Anyways, so when I first heard of a French press, it was a few years ago. I depended on coffee every single morning. Had my coffee machine. It was really awesome, going well. I looked at my dorm list of things that I can and can't have, and I said, well, I can't have a coffee machine. What the hell am I going to do? I depend on that every single morning. So my mom had a solution. She said, hey Chase, there is such a thing as a French press. I said, what's that? Google it. You can't tell me? No, Google it. You're a grown man. Go Google. Ugh, fine. But anyways, so that aside, I did my research and I found out what they were. And an example of it is this big guy right here, which I mainly use for guests because it's large volume. It's pretty awesome. So how to use a French press is really super simple. You open it up, obviously. You're going to take your coffee grinds or your tea leaves or whatever you're going to put in it, and you put them in there first. Then you put in your hot water to the right temperature that's needed, depends on the beverage. And then you're going to put the lid on, let it sit for a few minutes. Depending on the beverage, that time will vary. I'm not really going to go into that. I'm just going to go into the actual French press itself. And when the time is up for the few minutes, you simply push the plunger down slowly and with even force, not just, stabbing it downwards. That's not good. You can damage it. And then at that point, when your plunger is down, you're ready to serve. Now, you want to make sure whenever you're serving, you don't keep whatever you have in there for too long. Because if you've got, let's say you've made a full French press worth of coffee and you drink half, you don't want to just let that sit there, because that'll get pretty bitter and nasty and gross. Not good. So at that point, just dump it out. It's not good anymore. It's going to taste awful, and there's nothing you can do to save that, and that's okay. So you just serve whenever this plunger's down. Really easy. Now, the parts of a French press, and I'll show you my other one, are really easy to comprehend as well as clean. This is the main body part of it, which is just essentially a pitcher. All you do to clean it is you put soap in it, hot water, scrub it out, rinse it, you're done. This is the plunger and the lid. Same process, put some soap on it, scrub whatever's on it off, and rinse, and you're done. This plunger is just it's the top part that I showed you on the bigger French press just a minute ago. Here's the part of the plunger that strains and keeps the coffee or the tea leaves out of your drink. So you've got this portion, which is kind of the backbone of it. It offers reinforcement as well as just making sure your plunger isn't just some flimsy piece of mesh. Then you've got the actual mesh. This is what actually keeps the coffee grounds or the tea leaves from entering your beverage when you're drinking it, whenever you serve, because at that point it's just nasty, it tastes gross, it's bitter, not a good thing. You just kind of taste it and it makes you want to die. And then here's the other portion of it. This also adds for reinforcement as well as also allowing water to pass through in a way that's applying equal pressure to the strainer. That way there's not spots where there's not enough pressure and some coffee grinds are getting through, and there's some places where there's too much, so there's not enough water to get through. So it's just evenly spaced, even pressure, and this is what it'll look like if you put it together appropriately. So see how beautiful that is? at that point, with those, you just simply put soap on each one, scrub them, wash them, rinse them, and you're done. And you want to let this air dry, or if you've got a towel, it doesn't matter. But you do not want to put it in a dishwasher. You don't. I made that mistake one time, and the French press that I had broke. It was glass too, which sucked. Now, the material of your French press, stainless steel, glass, will not affect your coffee or your tea. It won't affect the taste in any way, shape, or form. So don't worry about that. Sorry for hearing the thunder. It's kind of bad here. So don't worry about that. Just enjoy your cup of joe or your cup of tea. If it's your thing, go for it. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, you can always comment on this video, or you can shoot me an email. It's up to you. Or you can continue on to the next French press video. I'm not going to judge. So, anyways, have a good one, everyone.